Hey everybody, it's Darren again. Today I kind of wanted to go over with you what it is like over the road, being away from your family. Now, for those that are single and don't have any kids, and you're not like clinging with your family, uh, it should be pretty easy for you. But then again, no. Uh, Most people get into truck driving because of the money. Where you're from, you're not able to make as much money as you can driving. Now, with that being said, that was whenever I started driving, that was my situation. I couldn't make the money I could without driving. I do apologize for the lighting. The lighting is not the best. But whenever I started driving, I was in debt. I was in the middle of getting garnished. Yeah. And I had no money. I had enough money to pay for the school. I had enough money I guess, to deposit or whatever to finance the school. And then I had the money. Well, I didn't have the money, but I borrowed the money from family to be able to get my CDL and eat and all that stuff. Now, with that being said, the first year you're not going to make much money. The first year you're going to be learning everything. Now, this is not your 9 to 5. It's not shift work either. You'll be driving awful hours. You're going to start out probably driving in the daytime, anywhere from like 6 in the morning starting out to whenever. Me, I prefer to drive, like start my day at like 1 or 2 in the morning. You got a lot less traffic. That's just something we're going to pick up on. Now, up in the Northeast, a lot of people don't like going up Northeast. It's shitty. People are assholes. You're not going to like it. Now, to me, I don't necessarily mind the Northeast. I do not like going to New York City. That's worse. That's like the worst of the worst, or like the boroughs. There's some companies that don't allow their drivers to do that, which is nice. But there's some that, you gotta go. Luckily, the account that I'm on right now, we don't have to go, like, into the city or the boroughs or whatnot, but the first year is going to be the hardest. If you make it past the first year, you should be good. Now, with that being said, whenever I first started, I was like 9-10 months, I think. I was over the road. I wasn't home very much, and the wife was out with me, and we didn't have any kids at the time. And that is the reason why I stopped driving over the road, is because she was pregnant and she was having some complications. So I had to come home, and that's what I did. So I came back home, started working in the machine shop. Did that until the baby was born. My boy. Once he was born, I went back to driving. Now this is definitely a lifestyle. I mean, you're gone. Well, unless you get, I say unless you're lucky enough to get a home daily job. But I have had a home daily job, and it's nice being home daily. But you're really not home daily. You're working and you're sleeping. But then they're long days too. The longest day I had was a little over 18 hours. And that sucked. But, I mean, the money was decent. And yes, you do get to see your family, you know, a little bit here and there, but for the most part, you're going to be working and you're going to be sleeping. That's how I was anyways. You know, I have sleep apnea, and I didn't. I let that go as far as I could until I had to do something about it. I just wasn't getting any sleep at all for a long time, so I decided to go ahead and get tested, and sure enough, I did. But that's a whole nother ballpark right there, too. When you're over the road, you're going to be having fun at first, and then you're going to start missing your family like at the second or third week, and then it's going to really start to wear on you. If you have kids, it's going to be even harder, especially if you've never been away from your family before. When you first start, it's going to be real hard. That is something that everybody's going to be different about. You know, some people it's not going to faze them as much. Some people it's going to be hell. But the one thing to keep in mind, the promises that the recruiters tell you, they're white lies. They're just straight up lies. You're not going to be home every weekend. You're not going to be home every other weekend. You know, some companies, they're damn good about getting you home whenever they say they will. But when you're first starting out, odds are you're not. I mean, that's just the way it is. But what you can expect is learning to sleep at different times of the day. You'll be perfecting your backing too. Some things that you should do is practice backing. Like if you suck at it, then you really want to practice backing in a empty truck stop, or just park where there's no other trucks to where you don't hit them. But I mean, if you're off the trainer's truck and you're in your own truck, you shouldn't have any problems backing. But you know, shit happens. I've had to have a Swift guy help me back in one time. I was tired. You know, it happens. But I mean, once you get past the feeling of, you know, the sadness or whatever, not being with your family, it gets a lot easier. Now, one thing that really sucks is calling home and hearing the kids say, you know, daddy, things like that. My boy, he's 2. They just turned 2 a couple of months ago. And he's starting to talk quite a bit now, and which is very surprising to me, but it's real hard when he says daddy or cries out my name, or cries out daddy. But that really gets to me sometimes, and that's something I'm still having to get used to. But I deal with it, you know. I guess I'm more of a loner than anything. I've never been really one to mingle with people, I guess. I've never been needy with people, I guess. You know, some people are different. Some people, it's hard for them to not be around people and all that stuff. Now, yes, there are lot lizards. Do not get them. They'll bang on your door all hours of the night. I've had that happen a couple of times. crazy. I mean, do what you want, but no, that's not for me. The food is going to be shit. The first time out, I was spending $400 or $500 a month on food, fast food. That shit it gets expensive real fast. So after the wife came on board, we decided to get a lunchbox stove thing, and we cooked out of that for a long time. Saved a lot of money. Go to the Walmart, being able to stock up on stuff there. Now, exercise. Excuse me. You're not going to get a lot of exercise. You're going to be doing a lot of driving. You're going to be making a lot of, hopefully a lot of miles, making money. You are going to have to find time to exercise or don't exercise. I mean, that's your choice. But not exercising, or at least not, getting your legs moving. I mean, hell, you're sitting there for anywhere from 8 to 11 hours a day or more. And that's not good for your body. I mean, blood clots, stuff like that. Your diet, that's going to suck. If you're on a certain diet right now, like if you're plant-based or things like that, it's going to be hard. Now, with me, I'm trying to go plant-based. It's not working out well. My reasoning is having health issues. I've got to, pretty much I got to stop eating red meats and stuff, processed meats. And that's not easy. With truck stops, you have all sorts of hamburgers, stuff like that. It's good. Well, it's not good for you, but it tastes good. Now, with that being said, if you get a cooler, which I'll show you videos, or I've actually done reviews over them before. I might send them to you, or I might just do new videos. I don't know. But you'll want to get a little cooler, which I have a Coleman 40-quart thermoelectric cooler, which is nice. I've had that since the last time I was on the road, and it's still working good. I had to buy another lunchbox cooker, stove, or whatever. It burned up, the first one that I had. But the first one I had, it lasted a couple of years, which is a lot longer than expected. But now you got the food, you got the exercise, you got the sleep. The sleep is probably going to be crazy when you first start out. You're going to be sleeping all hours of the day and all hours of the night. Do not drive tired. You're either going to kill yourself or kill someone's family. Now, with that being said, dispatch is going to want you to run to get the load there. Do what you want to do, but if you fall asleep and you kill somebody, you're going to jail. If you fall asleep and you kill yourself, well, you're gone. That's just the way it is. But you should never drive tired. And a lot of people bitch about the e-logs and driving tired. I've been on paper logs and I've been on e-logs. It's all the same. You got the hours of service. The hours of service is the issue. But yes, with the paper logs, you can do whatever pretty much. That was nice. But with the e-logs, you're supposed to be within a certain time. With the e-logs, that's how it works. But as far as driving tired, don't do it. Do what you want to do, but if you want to take that risk, take the risk. You know, a lot of companies, once you lay it over, you're not going to get hired on for a long time. If they ever find another job. I've known people that laid it over, they've never got a job driving again. It's just